and market action will continue on the other side. Alright, that's the chart of Kotak Mahindra Bank. There's a sudden spike up that you've seen in the stock. We're expecting the numbers any time now. Remember, this quarter the credit growth was expected to be on the muted side. There you have it, the first number. The net profits have come in at 2184 crores. That is a big beat compared to our poll. Our poll was 1394 crores and the profit has come in at 2184 crores, and that compares to 1724 crores same time last year. So there's a big move that we're seeing on the upside in terms of the key profitability for Kotak. Of course, what's important to also know is what happens in terms of, asset quality, credit growth, etc. Remember, the credit cost for the company was expected to be elevated because of the contingent provision creation, but the one number, the first number that we have on Kotak Mahindra Bank is much better than estimated. Net profit at 2184 crores. That's the gross NPA. Okay, there's an improvement in asset quality as well. 2.5%, 2.55% versus 2.70% quarter on quarter. So the two numbers that we have indicate a beat for Kotak Mahindra Bank. One, profits better than expected. There's a year-on-year improvement that we've seen in profits. And two, the asset quality has also seen an improvement both on the gross NPA as well as on the net NPA front. A mild improvement, but an improvement nevertheless, which is great in a tough market like this. Prakash Diwan joins in. In fact, the stock is now seeing a big recovery from the lows as well. Prakash, these are the initial numbers that we have. Gross NPAs have improved to 2.5% and profits as well much better than what the street was estimating. Your thoughts on on the numbers?
I think, Sonia, these are very, very positive numbers. And given the fact that this is one of the most conservative banks that we have, and if they have been able to grow in terms of profitability, in terms of, I'm sure even the NI is much decent enough than what we anticipated. I'm not seeing the number, but if net interest income in an environment like this for a bank like Kotak grows, it's definitely commendable. So my sense is the stock hasn't participated as much as, let's say, an HDFC or an ICICI has. So this could possibly be the trigger where it will start, getting into that re-rating phase. Mildly so, because we still have some tough quarters ahead, but I think these numbers are very positive.
So headline numbers very positive. Another important number coming in when it comes to the asset quality is 264 crore rupees of slippages versus almost 800 crores on a QOQ basis. So that really is a very, very big positive. Let me take it across. 67% fall just between last quarter and now. So big improvement. Sequential basis. That's like a very big positive coming in. Let me throw this question to CG Philip also, who's joining on the phone line. CG, what do you make of this slippage number and what are the other highlights on your radar?
So the slippages number look quite positive because when we see the decline, it is quite on the positive side. Besides, I think the key monitorables will be how the management committee goes. So overall, the results look quite positive. So the key monitorable now will be how the management committee goes.
Okay, so in fact the core gross NPA and net NPA numbers have also fallen quite a bit. So we're just looking at the absolute. Yes, the provisioning is also lower. The absolute number, if you look at it, gross NPA is 5,336 crores versus 5,619 crores. That's a 5% fall that we've seen in gross NPAs quarter on quarter. And even if you look at it, the COVID-19 provisions as on 30th September is 1,279 crores that they've made, and no COVID-19 provision dipped into during Q2. So the provisioning has not been sort of filtered into Q2. So all in all, these are good numbers on whatever front you look at it. Siji, I wanted your thoughts on the stock because, as Prakash Diwan was also just mentioning, the stock has not done as well as some of its other private banking peers. How do the valuations look at this price? And based on these numbers, would you change any of your earnings estimates or target price?
So as of now, we have a hold rating on the stock with a target price of 14.10, and looking at the current numbers, we feel that the performance has been quite good as such. But the key output will be on the management committee, And valuation-wise, I feel the stock has not, participated much, basically because the valuation has been slightly on the higher side when we compare it to the other large private banks. So possibly with the current performance, we could see some uptick in the valuation side as well.
Right. Let's take it straight across to Abhishek Kothari, who's really standing by with the first take on the numbers. Abhishek, what's on your radar? The key highlights, of course, asset quality looks far better than anticipated.
Let's not look at asset quality picture, because if you take a look, they have taken Supreme Court dispensation into account, X of which, gross NPA is at 2.7% flat quarter on quarter. However, net NPA might have improved by around 13 basis point if they had not taken the Supreme Court dispensation. But the key heartening point is, the cost of fund. Now, interest expense is down 14.3% YOY and about 8.3% quarter on quarter, and this has led to sharp rise in their net interest income growth of nearly about 17% YOY and more than 5% sequentially. So the net interest margin which we were working would have declined on account of excess liquidity in the balance sheet has actually improved by 12 basis point on a sequential basis to 4.5 versus 4.4% quarter on quarter. The other income, now that's also surprised very positively. It's up 87.7% quarter on quarter and about nearly 18.5% YOY. So the other income has helped the top line growth, and you are seeing improvement in their operating efficiency, as the cost to income ratio is now down to 38.5%. Perhaps for the first time that I am seeing Kotak Mahindra Bank's cost to income ratio declining less than 40% in the last few quarters. Coming on to the business growth, deposits, they are flat quarter on quarter but up 12% on a YOY basis. Advances, now they have increased 0.4% quarter on quarter but have declined 4% YOY. So slippages, we cannot really take this into picture given the fact that Supreme Court dispensation is used. So they are down about 67% quarter on quarter to 264 crore versus 796 crore on a sequential basis. Overall, the cost of fund is the key highlight that has helped in top line growth and other income, which is aiding or boosting the PAT as well. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So big improvement as far as cost of funds is concerned. NII growth as well, a solid 17% coming in at 3,913 crores and net interest margins at 4.52%. By the way, the loan growth has come in at about 0.4% quarter on quarter, but on a year on year basis been a decline. Actually, these are good numbers on all fronts, but as Abhishek was saying, the gross NPAs would have been 2.7% if not for that dispensation. Prakash, I wanted your thoughts on how to approach the stock now, because I was just looking at the performance. It's not only been a big underperformer this year, it's down almost 20% for the year. At this price, 1360, what would your advice be?
So, if you recall when we started discussing these earnings, I said the NII is the most impressive part, because in an environment like this, it's difficult to have a quality book expansion. Now, whether Kotak has recognized NPAs and because of the Supreme Court dispensation, there could be a push to the next quarter post-December. This is one bank that was very proactive in raising money as well just when the pandemic hit us. So they are sitting in a position where they would probably race to the goalpost very quickly once the borrowing mechanism, the borrowing cycle resumes, and they will probably be able to cherry pick a lot of the clients. So I think the market will see this as probably the bottoming out of the cycle for most of the good private banks, and Kotak will probably be the one that takes off faster than even an HDFC or an ICICI. I just want to also add, one of the biggest beneficiaries from the non-banking income, the other, the securities business and the other associate companies that they have, that would probably be a significant contribution as well this quarter. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the blockbuster numbers from the broking side as well. So all of that is kind of coming in, and it probably post-December, this will be the bank that will, you'll have to buy into it, irrespective of how the situation is, because it will give you a much better risk reward even at a slightly premium valuation. So the stock might not do well, specifically to answer your question immediately, but I think this will get bought into it on at some stage once the time correction is over.
All right. Thanks so much, Prakash, for giving us that analysis. And as Abhishek Kothari was pointing out, the real picture is in the fine print on certain parameters like net interest income. The bank has done extremely well. And on the other hand, the asset quality, after reading the fine print, the picture is quite different. And that's what the stock is really taking cognizance of. So that's the first cut on Kotak Mahindra Bank's results performance. We'll await the commentary coming in from the management. With that, it's a wrap on Business Lunch. But stay tuned, Midcap Radar comes up next.